So what happens when you want to set boundaries with your partner after betrayal trauma and you're not sure if they're going to be okay with that and being monitored? If your partner has crossed a line in your relationship and you deem that it is unacceptable, the boundary is not for them, the boundary is for you. It's not really about them not being okay with it. It's about you being protected. And if they're not okay with it, that is a red flag. In a relationship, both parties should be transparent. Both people should be building trust. And a relationship requires honesty and trust. It is the basic, if you want to talk about bare minimum, like bare minimum is honesty and trust in a relationship. So as a woman, I encourage you to have confidence in setting that boundary. And if you had no fear, what would you expect of them? What would you ask of them? This is one of the reasons too why in therapy, a lot of times when you've gone through betrayal trauma, your therapy is just as important as his, because your therapist individually is going to work on you communicating and learning how to be assertive. And that doesn't mean being aggressive or being passive. It just means being assertive and setting boundaries with them and communicating your needs, communicating your desires and your wants from them, building that intimacy, building that trust, because a lot of it has to be rebuilt. And a lot of your therapy is going to be about your own self-worth, because a lot of times as women, we do have a fear, like, if I do that, I'm going to lose him. And I would just rather tolerate that behavior than lose him or make him angry, or have a situation where communication is completely shut down and now I have to figure that out, like he's being passive or he's being aggressive, and I don't want to have to deal with that. I don't want to have to deal with him shutting me down or him being upset. But the reality is if he loves you and he wants to rebuild that trust, he will be okay with it. And again, if he's not, that is a red flag. As women, we would be transparent. We would be okay with them looking at our phones because we are fully committed in our relationships. Maybe not all the time. Maybe that doesn't apply to everyone, but for the most part, especially when I read these comments and these women that are following this channel, I see that the majority of women want commitment, want to rebuild that trust, and we would be fully transparent with our men if that's something that they would ask from us. So it goes both ways, and I hope that this encourages you and gives you the confidence you need to ask for that if that's something that you want. You do say here, I truly wish I could do something like this. So if that's truly something that you wish for, ask, be assertive, say this is something I need with you in order to rebuild trust in our relationship. You've got this.